Hello and welcome to this new Accounting Smart class. My name is Abdul Ghani Fawad Hussain. Video about the payments and bank. Let's see together how you can register a payment and reconcile it with the most straightforward method. Going through the invoice or the bill, so are in the database and you have you. That you want to pay, so you want this button, so the register payment. When you have an item that is posted, so register a payment on a draft entry once. On the register payment, it's quite straightforward. I'm gonna have a pop-up where I can choose the pink or cash journals. Of course, there are going to be available in this list. I have I can choose the amount because I can do a partial payment if the payment dates, if it's manual and I just can decide to create once I do this. You see that I have the in payment banner that's been displayed on my vendor bill, and in the 0, if I check the information for the IC, that it has been paid on the 28th. And I check the information icon I see, so I have the memo, the amount, the date. And I can decide to view. Once I click on view, I have the information from there. So I have the sequence, the journal, the payment method, and so on. And you see that on the smart button, if you want at some point you made a mistake and you want to unreconcile this because you reconciled it with, you can decide to click on and reconcile. The U bill is still due, so the amount is back to 100. It's not in payment, and you see that we still have exists. Unreconciling the payment doesn't, of course, and you have a blue banner. You have outstanding debits for this to mark this bill as paid, so it just tells you that you have payment for this, and they are unreconciled with a bill. So, hey, this payment can be related to the bill. Can you confirm it by adding that? And if I do this, basically, we're going to end up to the same situation and having the in payment status with the paid information at the bottom. What's the difference between the in payment and paid status? So it's something that already existed but it has evolved in it a bit in. So it depends on the bank or cash. So on the banking cash journal, now what we call outstanding receipts, and which will enable you to go through this in payment phase before getting a paid. If it's an in payment, it means that it reconciled yet with the bank statements. Good accounting principles will ask. Register bank statements and reconciling within an open item and existing payment of the system and so on. So we created in the configurations of these are selling receipts and asking payment to put an intermediary situation where status where we can say, okay, we've registered the payment, but yet why is it useful? Because inversion, when we registered the payment in the we still had the in payment and paid status, of course, going on. When it was in payment, the payment, it wasn't posted yet, and you had what you had in your general ledger and what you had in your statements. So it just here, the outstanding receipt and payments enables you to get financial situation in your balance. You have a second type of account, which is called the bank suspense account, which enables you to also do that. Same thing, but for the bank statement. So when you create a bank statement or all the bank statement lines represent a payment that is not yet reconciled, and for each journal entry related to app. One side of the entry is going to be the bank account, and the other side is going. That you choose when you reconcile the end, since you haven't. These bank statements we want to anyway until you reconcile everything.